Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of the Be Different series. This video is also a personal vlog because I will be sharing with you my story and wisdom that hopefully will be helpful to you as well. Growing up, I've always thought I was weak. I've always perceived myself as weak. I guess I have also manifested myself as weak because of the many surrounding factors. I have always been so deeply connected with my emotions. For short, emotional. Yes, I'm emotional. Growing up, I was told that being emotional or showing your emotions is a sign of weakness. The scar from that experience, or as a result, was I have had a hard time managing my emotions. I would swallow it all in or bottle it all up because I was told it's a sign of weakness or it's bad, you're showing you're weak. I've always wondered why I couldn't manage my emotions. Where is it coming from? I couldn't figure out why, I couldn't figure out where it's coming from until I've reached my mid to late 20s. That's when I learned how to connect with myself deeply in a deeper level. In other words, self-awareness. I guess we've had that growing up, but we just don't know how to acknowledge those. But in my case, it became deeper in my mid to late 20s. This time, I wasn't running away from my emotions. This time, I wasn't putting these limitations to myself. Regardless if these emotions are good or bad, I acknowledge, I embrace those emotions. And I do shadow work where I ask myself, what are these emotions? And I try to trace where it's coming from. That's the time that I discover things that I never thought was there in the first place. Like the fact that there are actually unhealed wounds you thought you avoided or rather fixed. I understood myself more. I humbly acknowledged the fact that there were still wounds that I needed to heal. There were some stuff that I needed to fix. And that's practically how you should move on from your triggers or what's bothering you emotionally. Only when you're not afraid to face or acknowledge what you're going through internally, you are able to set yourself free from limiting beliefs and unleash your potential. You will truly be happy when you speak and live your truth. And you'll know your truth if you go or connect to yourself in words. Damn, that was deep, but yes. Growing up, I was sickly. I often get sick and develop health conditions from having thoracic dextroscoliosis, hormonal imbalance resulting to irregular menstruation, which thank God I'm already healed from that. Mitral valve prolapse, which is connected with my current condition, which is Graves' disease or hyperthyroidism, which I've had since 2010. I have already accepted the fact that I'll be living with it permanently. My doctor's options for me were radioactive therapy or remain with the maintenance that I have right now, which controls my overactive thyroid. Those options don't necessarily mean that I will be healed from my condition. Instead of hyperthyroidism, I will have hypothyroidism. So I would still have the condition. Doctor said that I would still have maintenance, but this time I will gain weight, which is... So I opted to stay with the current situation and just have my yearly checkup. Since we're talking about my condition anyway, I've always wondered why I get these anxiety attacks, why I get anxious so often, I get these mood swings. It gets worse before my period. Women, ladies, I know you understand me. Imagine going through this times 2, times 3. I thought I might need help. I might need counseling. I might need to check with a psychologist, a therapist. These were the days when it was so bad. These were the days when I wasn't aware of the fact that my anxieties were actually underlying symptom of my condition. That's because I didn't bother to research or get to know about my condition because I was scared. I was afraid of the truth. On the days when it's just so bad, I could not sleep. Or when I get these anxiety attacks, I could not breathe. And I feel my chest hurting, my chest feels tight. I would just break down and cry. I feel so helpless. I think no one would really understand your suffering unless someone has gone through that suffering as well. I try to fight my own battles sometimes, but I do have genuine, really, really close people in my life. I'm very thankful and very, very grateful for them. Crying out help as well as breathing and praying. You see, I wouldn't have known everything that I felt or what I was going through internally if I didn't have self-awareness in the first place. You can find ways of easily or quickly forget about what you're going through, but that is temporary. If you keep running away from it, it will keep coming back to you. You need to face it. You need to acknowledge what you're going through or what you're feeling. See where it's coming from and action from there. You need to look internally, inwards. Because if you don't, you'll become someone that you're not. You'll develop negative behaviors that you thought you would never have. And this in turn will reflect on who you're with and how you treat yourself. You attract the love you give to yourself. Self-awareness, realistically speaking, is the first step to real self-care or self-love. Because self-care isn't just about pampering yourself, rewarding yourself, but it's also connecting to yourself inwards or internally. Because if you don't, you won't be able to really move forward past your unhealed wounds and traumas. You have to face it, acknowledge it, cope up with it. You need to reflect, you need to connect and discover and get to know yourself inwards as well. Because that is how you will truly care and give yourself love, the love that you need after all. Thank you so much for lending your ears, your time, your heart to listen to my story. I hope you bring these important or valuable insights that I've shared with you guys. And if someone needs to hear this, please feel free to share. Don't hesitate to share this video. I'll see you on the next one. I'll leave you with my usual reminder: be brave, be different. Bye!